Okay, folks, this one's going to be a bit of a... It's probably going to be a little bit angry and a bit frustrated. What this piece reminds me of in recent times. And it really just reminds me, and I'm just trying to make it into a conversation starter. Something that's really relevant at this stage, that affects everyone in Sydney, in the Greater Sydney area. I do wonder how big we're going to make this one. I'm going to stick it on 400 to start with. But basically it's really frustrating and soul destroying, and it just took one fucktard for it to happen. And let's see if we can make this piece into something interesting anyway. Okay, what is this thing that is a reminder? What is it? It is Darryl Lea Bondi block. So do my block over fucking Bondi, the Bondi cluster, started by a stupid limo driver that was neither vaccinated or wearing a mask, allegedly. And we're just interested in that section there somewhat. But basically, yeah, and it triggered this fucking Delta strain nightmare, shitstorm. The shit didn't just hit the fan. The shit's hit the fan so many times, folks, all because of one idiot. One fucktard who did not do the right thing. He is an idiot. Whoever that fucktard is, I hope he fucking is very, 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 very sorry to the rest of Sydney for being such an idiot. Driving people around who are likely to be sick with COVID-19 and not wearing a fucking mask or getting vaccinated. No, what a fucking idiot. You know, honestly. And we have to now live with this. And the numbers are going up and up and up. I knew this would happen, folks. I knew that once when that man was on the news and I saw it, I knew we were in for shit. I knew that Sydney was going to be crapped off by this fucking Delta bitch of a strain on the COVID-19. I'm very disappointed, folks. I'm upset. And I know you folks are as well. No one likes lockdown. No one likes getting sick with COVID-19. I just wish that fucking idiot had have taken precautions and prevented this. And we just can't get out of it. The only way now, folks, is to get vaccinated, and get vaccinated quick smart. You know, I know most people would rather the Pfizer dose. I did take Pfizer. I was one of the fortunate ones who had access to it. I wouldn't have been legally allowed to have had AstraZeneca at the time, but I knew, I had a gut feeling that I needed to get vaccinated, and I'm one of the ones who got it. But if I had no access to AstraZeneca, no access to Pfizer, if there was no other one available, I would have taken Astra. If I was without a vaccine as we speak right now, I would have run off to a clinic. I would have gone to my GP and got her to give me a shot of AstraZeneca. Honestly, I would have taken Astra if that was what I had to do. So I encourage everyone else to take what you can. Take whatever's available. And if it is just the Astra jab, it's better than nothing. It's better than the death toll through COVID-19. There's only one death in every 1 million people, if I'm correct, who get Astra, this blood clotting disease. But you're more likely to die in a car crash. You're so much more likely to die of COVID. Consider your life. Do you want to be in lockdown? Do you want to wear masks on a hot summer's day? Do you want to be restricted? Do you want to be separated from your loved ones? You know, do you really want this? Do you want to use QR codes continuously? Do you want to have to do this shit, folks? You know, seriously. Now, I'm trying to concentrate on what I'm doing here, folks. I'm just really angry at this situation that's occurred. So, you know, you got to ask the question, do you want this or do you want that? Do you want freedom? Do you want to do what you want to do? Do you want to go on holidays? You know, you can't go on a holiday now. You can't get on the open road. You can't leave in Sydney more than 10 kilometres from your house unless you're going to work and you're allowed to go to work. So there's all this freedom is being taken away by this fucking virus, folks, and by people who are not cooperating for other people. So, you know, we have to fucking think of what we can do to... I just get so angry. I'm just so frustrated, folks. I really am. It's easier to take a shot in the arm than to do all this dancing around, all this tippy toes. You know, tippy toes worked for the old coronavirus, but tippy toes isn't working for Delta variant. We can't play tippy toes around the illness like that. We can't keep suppressing it because it's now winning. If it were fucking human, it's winning and it's laughing at us. So, you know, I'm really angry that we're still playing, the people still insist on playing tippy toes until such time as they can get the Pfizer dose, but we can't wait for the Pfizer dose. We got to get what we can now. We got to do it now, folks. We have no time. We can't tarry. We can't tarry anymore, folks. Time is running out. We can't tarry. We can't just tippy toes. There is no tippy toes. Tippy toes is only just controlling the outbreak, but it's not stopping it. We're not seeing the numbers dropping. We have to get down to fucking zero in order to get our restrictions lifted, and it's going in the opposite direction. So, folks, listen to me. Get the fucking Astra. You know, I would. If I had no other choice, I would have done it, you know. I wasn't willing to wait because I knew this fucking Delta fuck was going to fuck us up. So I got my vaccine ASAP and I managed to secure a spot and I got it. So, you know, I had to. And then weeks after I got the second dose, bang, there she was, Delta. And I'm extremely grateful. But as I said, if I had no choice, I would have taken Astra. If they were offering Astra at the vaccination hub, I would have taken it. But I took Pfizer because that's what they were dishing out. Let's see if we can make this one look any good. If it's more of a rant piece, this demo is more than a plea for the world, for Australia to get the fucking, especially Sydney, to get the fucking AstraZeneca. It's better than nothing, folks. It's better than fucking around with this damn fucking lockdown. Anyway, that looks really quite interesting. I do wonder if maybe we could do a switcheroo, maybe. But we just have to consider the odds. You're more likely to catch the coronavirus than you are and dying than you are dying on the AstraZeneca. You're more likely to die in a car crash. You get into your fucking cars every day and you drive. You're more likely to fucking die in a car crash, you know? You've got to think of these things, folks. You've got to think of these things, that everything you do has a difference. You just have to do it all together. You have to move in the right direction. We need vaccination. We can't just consider there no more lockdowns, even if we do get out of this one. Now that looks really interesting. I think now we can call this rant over.